Well, this looks bad. Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekmak, this is Let's Play Limbus Company The Unsevering. I did have a thought actually. Between the two battles that we've had so far, the ring was much harder than the middle. And it kind of makes sense because the ring team is clearly less equipped for main combat than the middle team was. The middle team has a color fixer in their ranks for crying out loud. So, Arya, we have no idea what the affinities are, we just have to clear the stage. Okay, you know what? We're going to be weird this episode.
하루를 마무리할 시간.
Outis is sitting at 39. $43. $401. We're gonna grab the Udjat leader Vanguard.
전파 차단기 불량, 긴급 차폐합금, 또 불량, 라이플 압력 조절 장치. 이것도 불량이고.
So then, where? We'll put her on the story team, obviously. So she has 3+3 in her stuff there, and 4+3 there. She's fatal to blunt, resilient to slash. When hit while this unit has shield, inflicts sinking against the attacker, inflicts sinking count, sinking and tremor. We have a level 6 boost ticket. Max level has been reached. And then I have so many of these takeoff uptime modules that I keep forgetting to use. It doesn't give you the dialogue when you do it that way, damn it. I don't understand. Stored in this armory are the very same gear my team and I have been using until just a few days ago. I remember receiving a report that there were abnormalities and distortions that we were to exercise martial forces to suppress. Upon hearing that, I came in here and packed a few ammo cans full of anti-abnormality special rounds for the mission. I remember it as clearly as it happened yesterday. So how come they're all so faulty now? Sonar interference module. It's got a snapped actuator cable. Impact distributive attenuation unit. It's not even here. Default cognition filter settings are all jacked up too. These were all functions that, while never used that frequently, were consequential enough that I was pushed to use them all at least once while on an operation. Something about this smelled funny. It was too precise and intentional to be disregarded as mere coincidence. Almost as if someone who possesses a comprehensive technical and tactical knowledge of each gear sabotaged them. What the hell is this? Ma'am? Couldn't you have not... I don't suppose there was any reason for you to knock. No ma'am, I did not knock on account of this being an armory. So what is your business? A document for you, ma'am. It is a business letter. Latest release dimensional container issuance logistics notice, ma'am. Latest release dimensional container? Must be referring to the wallet model I saw in the pamphlet some time ago. I do wonder if it really is necessary to replace that gear again, especially when the last renewal was but a month ago. But why not, I suppose? This company is disgustingly rich. I have no idea how they do it, but they keep picking up these partnerships with corporations and workshops, even snagging the rights to internally distribute their yet-to-be-announced products as a test run. When I see them eagerly issuing us gears loaded with singularity tech, which must have cost them a fortune in patent fees, it almost makes me wonder if they never even considered the idea of budgeting. Even the gears in this armory are all high quality. No, they're not just high quality, they're extravagantly top-notch. Very well, leave it on my desk and... Hold on, do you know who was responsible for running the last gear inspection? Of this armory? Technicians sent directly by the higher-ups in LCA, ma'am. They came in a few days ago to test their functionalities. From the HQ? Yes, ma'am. By any chance, would you like us to run an inspection of our own? No, don't worry about it. They already ran an inspection just a few days ago anyway. No need to concern yourselves with doing it again. Anyway, how's the situation down at the research facility? According to the transmission from the before team, it seems they're having a hard time getting a clear picture of what's happening within the facility. Regardless, the word is that the recon team of the Special Operations Unit might be getting deployed soon. The Special Operations Unit? Are the portals working again? No, ma'am. Strange. This HQ's response is too tepid, considering it's the research facility of the LCE under attack. Even stranger still, Wayfarer Corp, responsible for the development and service of the backdoor portal stabilization technology for the HQ, hasn't reacted in any meaningful way to this rather serious breach of security. Perhaps they've already talked this out with the higher-ups, but either way, this isn't something a mere team leader like myself should rack her head over. Would you like us to go on standby for deployment just in case? Say you like you mean it next time. Just take it easy for now. Yes, ma'am. I should inspect the rest of the gear in here. And that's everything. So the HQ employees left these gears in such states of disrepair, huh? But they've left these too neatly organised afterward to chalk it up to mere negligence. What could this shady company possibly be planning now? After the smoke wall came to a close, I wandered for a while, unable to find a place to settle, until one day I was scouted by a rather peculiar Grade 1 fixer office, which has mysteriously maintained its grade despite being its rather middling fame and performance, via a mutual acquaintance connection. The terms of the contract, which were delivered to me with a heads up that we would later be a part of a corporation called Limbus Company, were almost unbelievably lucrative. Although the role I was to take was that of a simple team leader at a company I had only just heard of, I was offered an eye-watering salary. And those assigned under my command were nothing less than what one would call elite operatives. Despite those incredible perks, there were moments where I could not help but feel a sudden chill running down my spine as I carried out the missions sent to us from the higher-ups. Our next mission seems to me will be sent to obliterate a finger subsidiary known as the House of Spiders. Yes, now is such one moment. There's this sudden chill again that I might be getting swept up in a current much greater than myself. In the zone we're handling, looks like we'll be responsible for dealing with a proxy of the Index who was once a star of the sea all on his own. We're going to need a new strategy. Udjat Talata, cover the gap on our left. I'll take the right. We lost the target. Mom, how do you think the proselytes found out about this place? Through the prescripts. What else could it possibly be? Among the Index members who crashed the fight, the ones wearing long capes went after so-called Index Nurse Father without engaging us. That Nurse Father had a rather nasty, almost fatal wound. but assuming that the Index members who went after the nurse father would provide appropriate medical assistance, survival was still a possibility. We suffered some heavy losses, but this is a rather acceptable outcome. Numerous rarely used functions and additional workshop gear you brought to the mission really came in through the clutch in this operation, Mom. I thought preparing as wide a range of options as possible seemed to be the most apt countermeasure against an enemy that is difficult to predict. That is all. As for our deceased, collect their gear and either incinerate or crush their faces. Well then, time for the report. Come in, this is LCA Vanguard Team Udjat. Position secured, over. I sense it in all that slight exhale coming through the radio. The surprise followed by marvel, and through it all, an undercurrent of annoyance. The listener is impressed by the unexpected success, but annoyed by the fact that the said success undermined the real intent behind the mission. Is that so? That might as well have been a confirmation of my suspicions. Now I know who sabotaged our gear in the armory. Any internal documents and bodies found on site will be collected by the after team. As for the handover of relics to the LCA R&D team, we will be giving the relic handling task to a different party. Understood. Do you have any further questions? Negative. Listen, team leader. Please keep up the good work, exactly as you're doing now. There were many questions to be explored upon my return, but at this moment I had only one answer to mutter back into the radio. Understood. "12 minutes. We're definitely gonna go overtime." But what can you do? It's blind. So let me just double check. This is Tremor. That is Tremor.
잠시.
걸만
여기는 LCA 선봉팀 우제트.
If I really felt like it, I could always use the Contempt Ore, but that would require leveling up a lot more. So, show me with the egos. Chain of Others is not available. Yearning Merkala is not available. Okay, he can't get either of those, it seems. He could get Pursuance, but I don't know what we're dealing with is the problem. Dimension Shredder is unavailable because it's Envy. But this is also Envy. That doesn't have any Envy. Okay, Sun Shower to be our way to ramp up. Blind Obsession she can't do anything with. Why? Because Blind Obsession has Envy. And Red Eyes has Envy. Okay, we have to stick with Forest for Flames. Yeah, I think this is as good as we can go in without any further knowledge.
길이 같으니 거들어주지.
마, 엄마다.
뭐?
어이, 이곳에 누가 먼저 왔는지 봤나? 응, 봤어. 말 해줄까?
그래.
검은 옷 입은 아저씨가 왔고 다 쓰러졌어. 그동안 나는 숨어 있었어. 그건 내 특기거든. 숨소리 내지 않고 가만히 있는 거. 볼래?
리엔, 먼저 와서 처리해 놓은 건가?
Hang on, what was it?
리엔, 먼저 와서 처리해 놓은 건가?
엄마 같이 가!
뭐? 왜 그렇게 부르는 거지?
난 알아. 여기 갇혀서 항상 보아온걸. 엄마의 사진을.
사진? 뒤에 뭔가 적혀있군. 양산 프로젝트. 알아요. 의뢰인은 엄지.
Huh. Well, that's an interesting development.
나를 집으로 데려가 주려고 왔구나. 여기 어른들은 이곳이 내 집이 아니라고 했거든. 그리고 집은 엄마가 있는 곳이래. 엄마가 왔으니까 나는 이제 집에 갈 수 있는 거야. 얌전히 기다리고 있길 잘했다.
왔니?
네.
희한 방울 안 묻힌 꼴을 보니까 제대로 처리했냐는 질문도 못 하겠는데.
이미 아버지가 먼저 가 있으셨던데요.
리엔이? 하여튼 지령받은 게 있으면 우리한테 미리 공유라도 해주던가. 같이 산 지가 20년이 다 되어가는데 여전히 속을 모르겠다니까, 그 새끼는. 하긴 지 본명도 알려주지 않는 가짜 놈한테 뭘 기대하겠어. 뭐 더 할 말 없으면 멀뚱히 있지 말고 들어가든가.
네.
아, 티켓. 가방 안에 들어있는 그거는 네가 책임지고 돌보는 거지. 아, 지난번 그 사룬지 시룬지 하는 개새끼처럼 뒤지든 말든 나는 신경도 안 쓸 거니까.
키워도 돼요?
나는 애우는 소리는 질색인 거 알지? 내 귀에만 안 들리게 해.
네.
맞지? 나 잘 숨어 있었지?
그래. 제법이네.
응, 나 제법이야.
그런데 너는 검을 들고 있지 않군.
응, 나는 검이 없어. 하지만 엄마가 있어. 여기 집도 있고.
그래. 그럼 이제 뭘 하고 싶지?
엄청 많아. 악기도 배우고 싶고, 그리고
너는 그 아이를 보고 불현듯 발견해버린 것이란다. 네가 누리지 못했던 것들, 마음속으로 바라오기만 했던 것들, 네가 처음으로 반항을 한 것도 그 아이 때문 아니었니?
그래서 너희는 가만히 두고 보았던 거지.
나라는 검을 묶어둘 검집. 아니, 족쇄가 필요했을 테니.
엄마,
이 아이는 건들지 마.
왜? 너 같은 걸 왜 하나 더 만들려고 하는 거지?
반대야. 이 애게는 내가 못 가진 것들까지 전부 가져가게 할 거다.
언젠간 너도 알게 될 날이 올 거란다. 그것이 네 인생을 앞으로 얼마나 망쳐놓게 될지. 족쇄가 생긴다는 게 어떤 느낌인지를. 그럼 그때 내가 네 앞에서 숨이 찰 때까지 비웃어 주마. 같이 껍데기가 되어가는 처지끼리.
그 말을 이제는 깨닫지 않았니? 기억이 없어도 그 족쇄에 달린 사슬은 끊어지지 않고 너를 붙잡고 있으니까 말이다. 고작 과거에 얽매이느라 이 순간에 존재할 수 없다는 건 헤아릴 수 없는 고통이지. 너희는 말을 잘 듣는 짐승을 원했어. 그리고 더 이상 매질만으로는 다스릴 수 없다는 걸 깨달으니까 올가미를 만들려 했지. 자신이 짐승이라는 걸 깨닫고 집을 나가버리면 안 되니까. 고삐를 당기면 언제든지 달려와 베어낼 수 있도록. 효과는 좋았지. 족쇄란 게 원래 그렇거든. 그 아이 탓하지 마. 처음부터 날 부추긴 건 내 놈이었어.
이미 너도 눈치채고 있지? 그 애는 길게 살 운명이 아니라는 걸. 며칠 후에 네가 맡게 될 선멸작전. 위인이 투표를 올릴 거란다. 아마 나 포함해서 모든 아비가 만장일치를 낼 테지. 네가 그 검을 뽑을 수 있도록. 이곳을 벗어나고 싶다면 그 검을 쓰는 것밖엔 도리가 없지 않겠니?
But she can also use the scabbard. It's a super sharp scabbard, you know.
왜 그 이야기를 내게 하는 거지?
나야말로 네 꼴을 계속 보고 싶지 않으니까. 피차 일반의 처지 아니겠어?
지의 성, 마지막까지 당신은 나를 괴롭게 할 생각뿐이었던 거야. 그렇지?
여시히데, 나에게는 계속 들려와. 낯들고 무거운 족쇄 소리가 달그락 달그락. 그리고 거미집에 걸려 날갯짓을 하다 날개가 찢어지고 몸통이 제각기 꼬여서 뜯어지는 나비의 소리가 귓가에서 매일매일 빠드득 빠드득하고. 리엔, 어딨어? 이제 나를 해방시켜주면 안 돼?
그만.
내가 붙잡았어. 너희가 놓친 이걸 내가 잡았으니까.
닥쳐!
오랫동안 거미줄에 남겨져 있다 보면 바라만 보는 것에 익숙해지지. 앞으로 나아가려고 하자 그 질척이고도 무수한 거미의 실타래들이 네 발을 감쌌던 것처럼.
날 놓을 수 없어. 이곳은 검해져. 눈을 안고서는
그렇게 너는 네 마음속에 있었던 진심을 깨닫고 만 것이란다. 모든 걸 다 끊어내고 처음부터 시작하는 편이 좋겠다고. 그 작은 불씨가 점점 번져서 너를 잠식한 거지. 아니야. 단칼에 부정하기엔 너무도 기나긴 세월 동안 너는 이곳을 잊고 살았지 않니? 잊은 적 없어. 그럼 아이를 돌려줄 테니 황금가지라는 것을 네 손으로 꺾어보련? 내 놈이 어떤 방법을 써서 그 가증스러운 혓바닥을 다시 갖다 붙였는지 모르겠지만 알아야가 있는 곳을 말하지 않는다면 이번에야말로 다시는 말도 짓거리지 못하도록 모든 것을 베어.
Oh no, don't tell me we've got to fight the nurse father a second time. Great. Dawn's first crow, able to clash with the enemy's specific slot. Only targets with the corresponding buff. Among Dawn's first crow, Sun's descent, and Eventide glow. Wait. Gain fragile. Remove Dawn's crow, Sun's descent, Eventide glow. Gain 10 clash power on unopposed attack. Okay. And we have 3 K-Core ampules on him, 3 on her. Hang on. Unsevered memory. Deal extra damage to the Pinky Nurse Father, but take extra damage. On Clash Wind, deal 5 SP damage. Cannot be staggered once. Cannot retreat. Okay, I guess you have to tackle both of those. And then we just pray.
받아볼 텐가.
Not good.
전격발.
전술 시야 전개. 우제트에 누르고.
Okay, 2 of them are being targeted by these now. It's got such an offense level, we can't do anything about it. God damn it. She's targeting too many people. This heavy amount of bind really didn't help us out. Can clash regardless of speed. Gotcha.
받아볼 텐가.
We aren't winning this fight. She's got way too much damage attrition for us to beat. Oh. No dialogue.
총알까봐 떠올려.
내가 누구냐는 의미 없는
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really? It doesn't look too complicated, but I feel like this might not be a fight we can beat on our first try. I don't like how she's suddenly getting a whole bunch of bind on us. Where's it coming from? Oh. On hit, inflict 1 bind next turn. So apparently she's just hitting us enough times to get all that bind off.
보위만 구축. 쓸데없는 관심 필요 없다.
비껴 바라본다. 원망 터지나.
That was a really bad time to do that!
이 패턴은
전력으로 상대하라. 전탄격발!
I think I actually might need to swap more. If I have to do this a second time, then I'll have to swap more assault overhit to his dicey ID.
받아볼 텐가. 구속구가 나의 폭력을 저지하기엔 다급히 모자르지.
I wish that we had some power counters rather than just being flat out skills so we could get an advantage that way, because Ryoshu is getting all these extra attacks off. At least the SP has gotten really rocked down now.
정지. 벗어날 수 없다.
전술시야 전.
핫,
오제트의
지금
눈으로.
돌아가고 싶지 않아.
Deal extra damage and take extra damage from Ryoshu. Did we stagger it? I'm trying to figure out why she'd be panicked, why she'd be staggered right here. I don't think it was Capote's doing, at least. Oh damn it, he's got overheat now. I'm trying to mentally calculate, do I want to go all in or do I want to save myself? Do I want to preserve skills for next turn? Wait, where'd the envy come from? Wait, if this unit loses all disjunction, becomes staggered next turn. Okay. And she's got a lot of shield to get through, so yeah, we take it safe this turn. I say, but I'm actually sticking down the extra. Halve Blade Trail after. Okay, so I think Outis can take that. His Clash Power dropping is not nice. Still gluttony weak though, that's not ideal.
받아볼 텐가.
Oh, cool. I'm wondering though, my thought is... Wait, what was it? My thought is maybe I want to bring in the Heisho, because then she gains a massive speed boost and ensures that we can start each turn with hitting the thing that we want to hit. Yeah, she isn't getting any voice quotes, she is just very upset. disjunction. Reduction in shield reduces the stack, so we are actually continuously staggering her by getting through the shield. Gotcha. What's his resistant type? Not ideal. It's turn 8, so we want to have... We want to have even resonance, so I think... This, that, and then these.
받아볼 테니까. 증기압축 피스톤 압력 제한 해제. 관측 완료된 시간 벡터 계산 완료. 축적된 과거 변형. 뭐랄까 유지 발사.
격발.
We got through the shield again? How many times must this woman do this to me? Uttermost space can clash regardless of speed. Lose half of Aether Trail on self, which is something I desperately need to get rid of. Hang on, this is bad. Generate 3 main final power plus 10. Deal negative 80% damage, cannot be staggered. If this unit has the Udjat Vanguard, gain protection. We should be getting a lot of protection from this.
받아볼 텐가.
Oh! Chain of Others!
속박했습니다. 짧지만 전투의 효율을 낮출 것입니다. 벌써. 단격발. 정지. 벗어날 수 없다.
원, 빈, 낭. 모르치겠어. 참나.
약즉 보강 완료.
We don't have it. We get one ampule left and then we're screwed.
넌 위아래가 없군.
Gain Clash Power up for every 3 stacks. Gotcha. He's almost got enough haste to make up for the bind, huh? Cool. Actually, wait. Deal SP damage to her. That's how we do this.
이것으로 마무리 짓겠습니다, 관리자.
I appreciate that they throw in all these extra ego skills, but I get the feeling that I've missed my chance for the X rewards because we just weren't fast enough. Okay, Mersault needs to get that off him right now. Prioritize targets that aren't Ryoshu. Ah, so it didn't actually swap her stats around, I see. Consume all after Blade Trail after image. Gotcha. Stage 1 after image entanglement. Okay, so we are actually starting to whittle through her here.
단격발.
쓸데없는 관심 필요 없다.
That's a victory, but was it an X clear? Oh no, cutscene!
왜 그러지? 당신, 내 공격을 기다리면서 납둬라. 뭐 하자는 거지? 당신은 이런 거압수를 좋아하지 않았어. 전투에서 한번 꺼낸 검을 다시 검집으로 보내는 것을 무의미하다고 여겼지. 스스로 무방비 상태로 노출하는 건 자살 행위나 다름없다고.
The Nurse Father's blade bursts out of its sheath, drawing an erratic arc in the air.
그래, 난 검을 휘두른 후엔 다시 검집에 넣으려고 하는 습관이 생겼어. 가끔씩 내가 어디에 서 있는지도 모를 순간이 간헐적으로 찾아오거든. 그건 내가 통제할 수 없이 그저 재앙처럼 다가오는 것이란다. 그럴 때는 그냥 한참을 기다리지. 기다리다 보면 어느새 흘러가 있거든. 그럴 때를 대비해서 생긴 안 좋은 버릇이지. 내 놈의 시시콜콜하게 생긴 습관까지 알고 싶지 않아. 왜 그딴 검수를 이제 왔어? 네가 돌아오게 되면 다시 알려주려고 했지. 검수를 알려주는 건 우리 아비들의 역할 중 하나니까. 너는 잊었지만 나는 아니었거든. 몇 번이나 말했어. 놓은 적도 잊은 적도 없다고. 내 딸을 돌려줘. 알아야는 숨어있는 건 잘했지만 어두운 건 좋아하지 않는단 말이다.
The pinky nurse father hesitated, and a cry of pain escaped her lips. I don't like how holographic this is. She's the only character doing this, not even her apprentice does it. Oh no. I just got it. It's some sort of possession. It's... The Hui Star overwrote Araya, and we've been beating up her this whole time.
또다시 보이지 않아. 아무것도.
She stumbles as though an invisible, intangible force has taken over her. Her veil flutters to the ground with a gentle rustling of soft fabric. And I see a face that much resembles Ryoshu's, only wrinkled and older.
이제야 보게 되는군. 당신은 내가 얼굴을 보는 것조차 허락하지 않았지. 나로 인해 죄진 몰골을 가리고 싶어서. 아니, 내가 베일을 쓰고 있는 건 이 눈에 담긴 세상을 흐릿하게 보고 싶어서야.
Okay, well, until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around. That wasn't X clear though.
잘 놀다 간다. 회수하지 않은 탄피는 팁이다.
So it's just a clear stage one then. Anyhow, until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around. It is stupidly late though.